Your career counselor lied to you. Your motivational speaker lied to you. Follow your passion is the worst career advice ever given, and I have the research to prove it. So Stanford studies actually show that people who follow their passion are actually less successful and more likely to quit their jobs within 9 months. I have put the link in the description, so I want you to also check it out when you can. While you're out there chasing your dreams and your passion, someone with strategy is still in your future. I'm John Nova. I'm co-founder of Javon Technology. I've spent 15 plus years in the career space, building businesses, startups, massive tech initiatives, including multi-million dollar projects across multiple continents. And here's what nobody wants to admit. Passion is what you develop after you get good at something valuable and not before. I used to believe in the passion myth too. I watched brilliant people chase their dreams, straight into financial ruin, while mediocre strategists actually built empires in boring fields they later became passionate about. By the end of this video, you're going to understand why passion followers fail, what actually predicts career success, and 3 strategies that build wealth and fulfillment in that order. So let me tell you about Sarah and Mike. Both graduated with the same GPA from the same business school, and Sarah followed her passion for graphic design because she just loved creating beautiful things, and it sounds good, right? Mike chose accounting because he paid well and he had job security, right? Doesn't sound as glamorous. 5 years later, Sarah's working 60-hour weeks for $53,000 at a design agency, constantly stressed about rent. Mike's making $93,000. He works normal hours, and guess what? He's also developed a genuine passion for financial analysis and started his own consulting firm. I want you to check out salary stats for these roles and confirm how true this is. But sure, let's keep telling kids to follow their hearts instead of market demands. The passion lie just breaks down into 3 main myths, right? And the first myth is, do what you love and money will follow. Harvard research actually shows that people who believe passion means following joy, we are less likely to be successful and more likely to quit their jobs within 9 months. Why? Because work is hard. And when your passion becomes difficult, you start to think that you're in the wrong field. The second myth that's just not true is that you'll never work a day in your life when you do what you're passionate about. This is the most dangerous lie. Every job has parts that you'll enjoy. And when passionate people hit those difficult moments, right, in jobs they're working on, they quit because they think passion should feel easy. Meanwhile, strategic people push through because they understand that difficulty, like good times, is temporary, but payoff can be permanent. The third myth is that passion leads to expertise, and this is really backwards. So for example, billionaire Mike Cuban said it best. He used to be passionate about being a baseballer until he realized that it was just really having a 70-mile-per-hour ball. Dreams need to have matching skill, and expertise leads to passion, not the other way around. You become passionate about something you're good at because it's fun to be excellent. There's less stress, and it's that nice intersection between being able to do something well and being able to create value. So let me shock you with more stats. And again, you can check in the description section below. Stanford studies with 470 participants prove that people with fixed passion beliefs, those who think, you should find your one true calling, they performed worse than people who developed passion through skill building. The passion first crowd gave up when things got tough because struggle means like, I'm doing something wrong. But here's what actually predicts career success according to decades of research. The truth is that success creates passion, not the other way around. Again, according to Harvard Business School, there's a professor called John Jakimowitz. He studied hundreds of employees and found out that those who focused on purpose, what they cared about, rather than passion, what made them happy, were more successful and stayed in the jobs longer. For example, I know a guy who became really passionate about tech business software, right? It sounds boring and not fun, right? Before software was cool. He chose it because it was profitable. He learned everything about building software apps and the business of it. He became an expert and now owns a company worth about $30 million. His passion grew from his competence and the freedom his expertise provided. Now, he's expanded into stuff like real estate and private equity, but you get my point, right? So what are the real strategic financial success formulas? The first thing is market first, passion second. Research high demand, well-paying fields where your basic skills could develop. So don't ask, what do I love? I want you to ask, Where can I actually become valuable? The second thing is competence creates confidence. Yes. Employees who are passionate and persistent, they always outperform those who are just passionate, right? So focus on getting good first, and then passion follows mastery. This even applies to gaming, which I'm a huge fan of, by the way. The third step is purpose over passion. So instead of asking what makes me happy, I want you to ask, what do I deeply care about? Because purpose gives you resilience when passion fails, and passion will fail. Even in marriage, even in relationships, even in friendships, there will be times where passion just fails. Again, studies show that passionate employees only weakly correlated with performance, but passionate employees who were also persistent, who stuck to goals despite adversity, they showed significantly higher performance. So what does this really translate to? Skill building will beat daydreaming every single time. So what's the dirty secret? Most passionate entrepreneurs stay with money problems and not passion. They needed income, they chose profitable skills, they got good, then discovered they loved the autonomy and the impact that the expertise provided. That's how it really works. Look, I get why this may hurt to hear. You've been told your whole life that passion is noble and money is shallow. And you think I'm telling you to sell your soul for a paycheck, but that's not what I'm doing. What really frustrates me is watching talented people stay broke because they think pursuing practical skills is making them sellouts. Meanwhile, strategic people are building expertise, they're generating wealth, they're using that freedom to pursue their actual interests, which is the order in the real world. Basically, what I'm trying to say is your passion matters, but timing matters more. So build valuable skills first, create financial security, then you can pursue whatever lights you up. You can't follow your passion if you're stressed about rent every month, and that's just hard facts. So here are 3 moves you can actually make today. Move number 1, it's a market reality check. Pick 3 careers that you're considering, and I want you to research their median salaries, job growth projections, and the required skills you need. If your passion field pays poorly with limited growth, treat it as a hobby while you build expertise in a profitable adjacent field. You can always transition later with a financial cushion. The second move you can also make as well is the skill first strategy. Identify one high value skill that you can develop in 6 to 12 months that companies actually pay for. Talking data analysis, digital marketing, project management, AI, cybersec, something that's market tested, and then start building competence immediately. Passion will follow success. And the third move is I want you to audit your purpose. Write down what you actually care about, not what makes you happy, but what you think matters in the world. What problem agitates you the most? Then find profitable ways to actually serve those values. If you want to help people, healthcare operations pays better than art therapy. If you want to solve problems, engineering consulting beats philosophy every time. And that's just hard fact. So stop choosing between money and meaning, right? Build expertise first, create financial freedom, then use that platform to make the impact you actually want to make and to pursue the things you want to pursue, right? I'm just going to end on this note. Following your passion is privileged advice for people who don't need to worry about money. Yep, the rest of us, or people like us, need strategy first and then passion second. So if you're tired of passion advice that's keeping you broke while strategic people are actually building wealth, I want you to subscribe and hit the bell button. I'm sharing uncomfortable truths about career success that motivational speakers won't tell you, even if it hurts you. I want you to comment below, what's the passionate career path that you were considering, but you're now reconsidering after watching this? I'll help you find strategic alternatives. Remember, passion is the luxury you can afford after you build something valuable. So make yourself valuable first. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.